Hello and welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Backgammon Club study session for June 4th, 2025. If you're interested in finding out more about our study sessions or our tournaments, send us an email at midatlanticbg@gmail.com. All right, hello everyone, and let's get started with our position here. Any ideas about how we should play this?
That's a
Should
very
we?
bad
I
roll.
think we should make the 7 point, no?
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I misread the position. I thought we couldn't make the 7 point. Okay. Yeah.
that's great.
7 point
Great.
does look pretty good. I'm throwing
Yeah.
in 11 to 6 as a possibility, maybe as more flexibility. I don't know. But if you're on Slido, you can cast a vote now. I'm also going to get on Slido. I'm going to do it on my mobile phone. Except it looks like I don't really need to all the votes in for making the bar points. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm sure that XG will like that play. All right, it's a little slow on my computer here. You're gonna
Perfect.
Looks like the two plays were actually pretty close to each other.
May I suggest that since it's so slow, you do 1+ instead of 2+
Yeah,
analysis.
that's not a bad idea. Okay, I'll do that for the next one. Okay, so what happened next? They rolled a 3-2 and just brought a checker down to the 8 point, and now we have a 2-1 to play. So you'll have
Mm.
to.
That stinks.
Yes, that stinks. That's right.
Yes, it does.
Any suggestions?
10.
Did you say 10, 13 to 10?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
probably the only thing. Yeah.
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 What about clearing the 7 point or clearing the 8 point?
No,
No?
no,
No,
Okay.
no.
thanks. I mean, we could technically hit on the 3, but is it worth it?
I'm going to add that.
hmm
Probably not right here, but I'm always surprised at how often those weird loose hits on the 3 point are right.
Well,
Well, I've got 4 candidate plays in the Slido, so if you would like to cast your vote, you can do so. And this one, okay, lots of votes for coming down to the 10 point.
Mhm.
All right, looks like that's what we'll do. Ooh, let's go back and look.
Oops.
Oops, yeah.
I'll take my smug equity for right now. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're glad to dish it out. It's all yours, Bill. So you liked clearing the 7 point. You were the
Yeah, I mean,
lone.
we're not priming anybody, so there's no reason to leave a shot, in my opinion. And you don't want to
Uh,
stick
Jason,
with me.
Jason, what's the logic of clearing the 7? It seems strange.
well, I mean, let's take a look at the final position. It looks, you've got a little bit of flexibility here. One of the problems that we have in this position is a little bit lack of flexibility. The only spare we have is on the 6 point. We're a little bit stripped.
Yeah.
You might
And,
use the
I'm not sure how excited I am about giving that shot. That's why I put those clearing plays in. I just thought that producing some spares might be helpful. Okay, let's see what happened. So what did white do?
Can I ask one quick question?
Yeah, go ahead.
I know there's not much difference between clearing the 7, clearing the 8 for millipoints, but you suggested the 7 first, and it is slightly better. And my instinct was if we were going to clear was the 8. Why was clearing the 7 preferable?
Good question.
Yeah,
Good
good
question.
question. Okay, that's clearing the 7. This is clearing the 8.
Fox
Well,
fives?
um,
No?
it may be that if I'm going to be attacking that lone checker, I've got three different points that I could use. Here, I could use a checker from the 8, the 6, or the 5. Whereas here, I'm only really using checkers from the 7 and the 6. That could be a reason.
It's also two crossovers that might make a difference.
Yeah, the race matters. Yeah, that's right. So this is you're getting two crossovers when you do this.
Really good place.
Hard to say. I mean, these differences, like you say, are very small. Okay, so they brought a checker down, another checker from the bin point, and boom, double fives.
Oh,
Wow. You're good, Jason. You roll well
Ah,
tonight.
you say that now, but
Yeah,
six,
not
one.
is this easy?
Um, I
all the way to the 10 point.
Yeah, twice.
After this play, we have a 23 pip race lead, which is suggesting, went ahead in the race,
Mhm.
and this
Yeah.
cleans up our blot as well.
if gammons mattered, which they don't, I know, would 8 making the 3 and covering the 1 be worth considering in that situation?
Yeah, very much so. I would consider that.
That's great.
Um, so here, I think our two options are 20 to 10 twice. And then, so Rick, what would your play be? In that case, it would be 8 to 3 hitting
Right?
twice.
6 to 1
Uh-huh.
And 10 to
and
5, I
10 to
guess.
5. Right? 10 to 5.
yeah, I guess so.
So it would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm.
I guess you might also consider mobilizing a back checker, maybe. I don't know.
Well, you're giving them ones and threes to hit,
Yeah,
which
so
they
you
don't need to come in and into, so it's not duplicated. So I'm not
okay,
sure about that.
so probably
Yeah.
not. All right, well, all right. So I've put this play, Rick's attacking play in there along with the play of running out like that. So let's go ahead and vote.
Well, we do need gammons quite badly because of our away score. So
I
like the two points from a gammon would be welcome for us.
Actually not at this
So
score because the gammon gets us to 3 away, which isn't that much better than being 4 away. The only thing we would gain is getting rid of their free drop. At post Crawford, being 4 away and being 3 away are almost the same. Is
I
this
didn't know that.
is the Slido open?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Vote
and
is
it's gonna be pros. Yeah, that's great.
vote is unanimous for bringing the 2 checkers from the
Yes.
20 at the moment.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's do that. Okay, and all right, yes, likes our play. And Rick has
Yep.
correctly identified the second best play. Now, Rick, notice
Yeah.
the gammons.
Yeah, I was going to point out, I only said, yeah, if we were really playing for the gammon,
Yeah.
and that would be the right play in that situation, it looks like.
It does look like it, yeah.
But notice how it's also the best play because of the extra wins. It also wins more than any other play
Mhm.
below it.
Yes,
So
right.
that might be.
Among the other plays, it wins more plays.
So it's hard to say the gammons have any bearing at all. Like we would need to see a play that wins more but has less gammons,
But,
and still has lower equity, right?
Right.
I have a question, Jason.
Yeah.
So if this were not the Crawford game, do you think that the computer would give us the second best, the Rick's play, as the favorite play, or would it still give us this one?
No, I think it would give us Rick's play.
Interesting.
Well, it's hard to say. See, let's see. The difference in gammons is about 8%. Or sorry, difference in wins. The difference in gammons is about 20%.
20%.
So yeah, I mean, assuming gammons trade at half the value of a win, then yeah, I think the attack.
It might be worth playing this when we have time later on and see.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and see what the computer will say.
Okay, now they've brought a couple of checkers down, and now we have a 6-4 to play. See, now you're probably not so happy about the way that I roll the dice.
No, no, no. I thought you were a good player, Jason.
I think I'm a good player, but not a very good roller. Well, what are we going to do? I think we may have to leave a shot here, right?
Yeah, there's no way not to. Yeah. Ah, boy.
6. Yeah.
Should we do 10-4 and 6-2?
10, 4, 6, 2. Okay.
We leave the
We
least.
could make the 4 point.
You can make the
Make
4
the
point.
4 point.
Yeah, but you leave a shot.
Well, we're leaving a shot
We're leaving a
anyway.
shot no matter what we do.
Yeah. But if you do the 10-4 is
What about 7-1, 7-4, 7-3?
7-3.
Okay,
Yeah, I was thinking about that
7,
one.
I agree
3
with
hitting,
that.
7-1.
yeah, that's
Okay.
nice actually. Yeah.
Well, it does
Question.
remove a useful landing spot for our 13-point checkers. So I'm not sure if in the long run it's the best. Like, do
Okay,
we
so
really need to cover our one so badly right now that we would
No.
give up a landing spot?
Well, the advantage of the 10-4 is the least likely to be hit.
It's still a 3-point board, and he's
Oh,
got a
yeah, but
he's
we
got
we
a
have
wasted,
agreed we have to leave a shot. So I
he's got a
would leave
wasted
the
checker
shot.
to come in. So
let's
I
take a
mean-
look at all these plays. Okay, so here's one that I put in. Nobody mentioned this yet. I don't know how great this is. 13-7, 10-6. All right, so that leaves all fours plus 3-1 and double twos. So that's going to be 14 shots. Okay, and then there's 10-4, 6-2. That just leaves ones. I think a big issue with this is what
No.
happens if we get into a blot hitting contest, and now we've got those blots on the one and
No,
the 2
I
point.
think
That could be problematic.
instead of that, we should do 10-4 and 8-4. If we're gonna do that, we're gonna cover 8-4.
Okay, so let's look at that play.
And leave a
10-4,
pure
8-4.
5.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Okay, now that gives them
That's better.
fives.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
also
nice.
makes the rack, right?
Makes the rack. Yeah.
Okay, and then let's see, there was one more. There was the hitting play.
You know,
13 return shots, I think, right? All threes plus 2-1. So
no, I don't like this one. I don't like
yes.
giving up the landing spot.
No. The one thing I see going for Jason, the play you started with, is
This
it's
one
the
here?
only one that creates any duplication in their rolls. The
Aha.
fours.
Yeah.
Everything else really diversifies for them.
So like this play here, which sounded like it got some support, there's no duplication of anything here, right? They need fives
Right.
to hit, and then they need maybe threes, twos, and sixes to make their 6-point or their 5-point. So yeah, so
Or to cover the bar.
or to cover the bar, yeah, right, or to escape without hitting.
10-4.
Well, tough play, right?
Definitely.
Well, that's why they pay us the big bucks.
I wish.
All right. Well, I see some votes coming in. It's moving a lot. But I think it's looking like the 4-point has won the vote, right? There have been 10 votes, and 7 of them are for making the 4-point. Then the remaining
Looks
3
pretty.
votes were for the hitting play. Okay, let's give this a whirl.
I think if this is not the right one, then it's the 13-7 one, I think.
Might be,
So
yeah.
13-7 play.
Okay, let's go back and look. Hey, how about that? Tied with the best play.
Oh, I got it right on both counts. So both
Well,
plays are
that's
equally
extra
correct.
smug equity, Eric.
Yes.
And then the hitting play not that far behind.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they did hit us, and they got to cover. That's probably their best roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Now things are getting dicey.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Okay, I was waiting for that.
Yeah, you
For
know
the
when
one.
people make a pun and then they say no pun intended? You got to own your pun, you cowards. All right, looks like we only have 3 legal plays, right? 7-1, 10-4,
Cover the one.
Cover the
and
one.
13-7.
You have to come in on one.
Yeah, right. After coming in, right. So
Yeah,
we have to come in with the
7-1.
one. Okay, well, we can vote.
Yeah, nothing else.
All right. All the votes are to cover the ace point. That makes sense, right? Why leave a shot?
Mhm.
We still have decent race chances, right?
What's the
Okay.
term you used when everything is a blunder other than the one move?
A wipeout.
A wipeout?
Yeah.
Let's see if this one's a wipeout.
This may be a wipeout. Okay, let's look. It is a wipeout. I'm actually surprised 10-4 is even that close. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
All
they'd
right.
have to give enough returns.
Yeah. Okay, so they moved their checker out of harm's way. Now we have a 5-4 to play. This looks fun.
Oh,
420, 1, 2,
that's good. We can run
Yeah.
out.
24, 15.
24 to
Yeah.
15.
24-15.
And what if you feel scared about running? What would you do?
But playing back in.
No, we have to run. He has a big blockade. It can close us out.
Yes, but my question was a conditional. I said, if you were scared to run, what play
Well,
would
if
you
you
make?
were scared to run,
Yeah.
you would make the 2-point.
Okay, that seems reasonable.
Yeah.
But Donald, it sounds like you're not scared to run. You want to
No,
go.
I would run.
Okay.
I would count my blessing
More
and
scared
run.
not to run.
If he
Yeah.
hits us with a 6, he hits us.
We might get return shots too, right?
And we might get return shots, exactly.
Okay. All right, let's vote. My vote's in 6, 7. Okay, looks like most people
Oh,
want
I'm
to run. All
forgetting
right,
to vote.
let's run
I'm
for
still
it.
forgetting to vote. Yeah.
Oh, they did hit us. Okay, let's look. Okay, wipeout and making the 2-point is not really very good. Yeah, we get a chance to run out while we can. Okay, let's see. All right, so they hit us. Bad times. We danced. Extra bad times. They got their checker out of the way. Okay, now we have a 5-1 to play.
Welcome back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is my I'm in a hotel and my Wi-Fi is not very good. Okay, how we doing? Can you see okay?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
sorry about that. It may happen again.
Oh, man. They hit
Yeah.
us again.
That's not good at all.
All right. Speaking of not good, what are we going to do with this roll?
Come in on the 20.
How did he hit us? 6-1. Oh, okay.
Okay.
6.
All right, if we come in on the 20, how should we play the ace?
Now, actually, he hit us with 4-2, and then we failed to enter, and then he moved again.
Yeah.
Look.
Oh, okay, 4-2. And then yeah,
Yeah.
it seems strange. Okay, so we missed 2 moves. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if we come in on the 20, how do we want to play the ace?
7-6.
6-5, 10, 10,
6,
10-9. 10-9.
26 to 5. I was even going to suggest 13 to 12.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
now,
fine.
what if we came in on the ace? What should we do? Bar 24. That we have to consider coming in on the 24 point.
I think if we come in on the ace, we are dead because they're gonna make a 6-5.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
We have
What are
to
we,
come
so
in
what
the
are we trying to
5.
do? Are we trying to win the race? If we come
Yes.
in on the 20 point, is that
No.
what's the game plan, do you think?
It,
Good question. I mean,
at 10
we might have
pips,
we might have more chances escaping and hoping for a big
Yeah,
double than
yes.
Yeah.
to be behind in
Yeah.
the classics prime.
Sure. I mean,
I-
yeah, that makes sense. It could be.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that a race is not good, but it's probably our best shot.
Okay. Let's see. How's the voting on this?
I mean, if we come in on the one, if we come in on the 24, the only bad roll for them really is a double fours.
Yeah, double fours, and it's not even that terrible, right?
They can roll in 4 easily.
They have a
I mean, you still-
75% chance to make a 6 prime here, and this is no unacceptable. We have to come in on the 20, I think.
This is tough, right? Because we're in a bad spot, so we're trying to juggle two play. I mean, either anything we do, we're in big trouble.
Yeah.
We're trying to squeeze a little bit of juice out of the lemon, and there's not much left.
So are you saying our game is now a back game?
Well, you
No.
can't really play a back game with one checker. You're
What do
kind of
you,
in,
what do you call it? A holding game? What do you call it?
I call it we're in big trouble. That's what I call it.
Trouble game. Trouble game.
And it's
Yeah, holding
tough, right?
game.
Our winning chances are real low. It doesn't matter where we come in, we're in trouble. Okay, let's say we come in on the ace point, they might just prime us, and then, we don't have much there. What if we come in on the 20 point, then the other problem is they might still prime us by attacking that checker, or, I
Right,
don't
coming
know.
on our head.
It's
right?
just rough. All right, what do we have going for us? Can we hang our hat on anything good in this position?
We're only 11 pips behind, right before their roll.
Yeah, right. We're not dead in the race. So, if we come in here and maybe they roll something middling and
Double
they
sixes
don't
would be
attack
bad
us.
for them. Well, not bad, but double sixes wouldn't hit us.
Double sixes don't hit us, but then the other problem is now we're getting
Yeah,
we're getting
Yeah,
beat up in the
then
race.
we just try not to get gammoned.
Yeah. Well, it's tough.
no, we don't care about the gammon. It's
Right. We don't
Crawford.
care about the gammons because of
Oh, it's
this.
Crawford, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe we should vote. Get the best of a bad lot here. I don't know what the right thing to do is.
Well, if we coming on the 5, if we coming on the 20, what did we say the 1 was?
I don't know. We didn't really talk too much about that. I can
7,
see what the
7,
voting is like.
7, 6, I think would be the best.
Yeah.
That might be
If
best for the
we're
race.
racing, we got to race.
The
so
race,
we gotta-
yeah.
So is that our game plan? We're just going to try our best to win a race?
Yes.
I mean, it's not great, but maybe it's the best chance that we've got, right? I don't know. Okay, let's vote if you haven't voted yet. So we have a smattering of votes for various plays, but looks like the one that's getting the votes is to come in and move it to the 6 point, get ourselves a crossover. Okay, that looks like the popular choice. Let's do it. Let's go.
Of course.
Of
wouldn't have-
course. Okay.
All right, so I think looks like the answer is coming in on the 20 point was right, and then how to play the ace doesn't really matter very much.
Yeah.
And look how close bar 24 10 to 5 was. That's a reasonable choice. All of these things, our winning chances are like 14%. Not good, in other words. And they got worse when they made their full prime. Look at our winning chances now, 8%.
Wow.
Now, when I'm in a position and I know I'm really sunk, my thought is I still have to keep playing this out. I've got to find a way to win this. Okay, we danced. They brought a couple of checkers in. Okay, now we have a 4-2 to play. We're not in good shape. It's very bad, but I want to find a way to win this.
You have to come in on the 2.
Okay, so we're doing that. So this is all about how are we going to play the 4.
13-9 to diversify.
Yes.
Okay, 13-9 to diversify. And 6 and 6-2. So those are our legal. Well, I guess we could play 5-1. That's legal, but I'm not putting that in there. Nobody's playing 5-1. All right, how do we win this? What's the path to victory?
Build a nice prime and get a hit.
None. There's no path to victory. It stinks.
There is a path to victory. Our chances are not 0.
There's no roll that leaves a shot, I don't think, on their next roll.
Yeah, I think that's right. Even like so 6-4 will just roll the prime, 6-5 rolls the prime. Okay.
What
So if
about
they're
double
not
five? What about double fives?
double fives, they'll
Um,
be they'll be okay with that. They can move 7-2 3 times and
Yeah,
8-3, and then they leave no shots.
yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess we just gotta wait and hope they leave a shot in the future, and that's it.
All right,
Yeah,
because
it could become awkward for them. Okay, well let's vote if you haven't already, cast your vote. All right, looks like everybody wants to play 13-9. I think that's the best of a bad lot. We're not doing great here.
yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's go back and look. Yeah, they're all the same, right?
Yeah.
Look at our winning chances, 7%. Not good.
Wow.
Okay, they pointed on us. We danced. They're starting to roll. We danced. Double sixes, double
We get a
sixes.
shot now.
Well, we got the shot, but we missed.
Nah. Wait a minute. 4 + 2 makes 6.
We cleaned up. Dancing, dancing some more. Oh, and then it's over. All right. Sorry, it didn't work out, so we've lost the match.
And Backgammon doesn't matter. It's only one. It's Crawford. Never mind. Okay.
I'll just finish this up. Okay, how did we do? We played with a PR of 6.59. Not bad at all.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, we got a few minutes left. Should we start a new one?
Please.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
can.
I just got here.
Yeah, welcome, Bill. So
I had a student today. Who I normally meet with him on Tuesday, but he had to make it today. It's from 4:30 to 5:30. So
A backgammon student?
no,
Ah,
Matt.
okay. Hmm.
okay.
An elementary school student, in fact.
Okay, I started a new 5-point match.
Thank you. And that's what you do all the time, right? Just for sake of argument.
What's that?
You always do a 5-point match, correct?
Lately, I have. I haven't
Okay.
always been doing that, but
Okay, I just wondered. It seemed like it to me. All right, here we go.
13-8, 24-20.
all right. Adam likes the split.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Me
Anybody,
too.
anybody like bringing 2 down?
I like it, but not at this score.
Not at this
Well,
score.
there's no
Not at
score.
0-0.
Yeah, yeah, I mean,
Okay, gotcha.
If you were desirous of a gammon, you might do that.
yeah, gammon go, right?
Gammon go. Yeah, this is not gammon go. Okay, let's vote. Ooh, 2 down is getting some votes. Tom would say bringing 2 down is the fun play.
Yes.
If you're motivated by fun. Okay. All right. Looks like, all right, the splitting play has won slightly ahead, but there's a fair number of votes for the 2 down.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. It's really close. So sometimes, as a stylistic difference, you might do that.
That's right.
Okay, they made their bar point, and
Yep. They got 6-1, so of course they did.
oh, my computer is being funny. Okay, there we go. Double fours. A lot of
Oh,
choices.
24-20.
Well, yeah, probably.
Okay, 24-20,
8,
definitely
4, 8-4 twice, 13-9.
13-9,
Yep.
8-4
Yeah.
twice.
8-4.
Yeah.
That's
8 to
one
4.
option. The other option
13.
is making the 5.
So forget about the anchor, just go straight to the 5-point.
Yeah, I'm not
Reasonable.
saying I'd do it, but it's worth at least that has to be
It
considered.
has to be considered,
Yes.
right? If there's one thing that we've learned doing these study sessions is it's pretty foolish to ignore making the 5-point as an option. I mean, it might be wrong, but if you ignore it, you do so at your own peril.
think we really, though, want to make his 5 point more than anything. He's got that prime starter. We don't want to let him. He's going to hit us loose if we don't make that anchor
Yep.
because we're a nuisance there.
Well, he
Yeah.
should. Yeah, I think 19 to
Definitely.
20 is a great hit for him.
Okay,
Absolutely.
there was a suggestion in the chat by Stephen to do 24 to 16, 20 to 16, 13, 9. So make the 16
Okay, yeah.
kind of a running play. It's definitely a good
Yep.
idea. Very much worth considering.
Mhm.
That was good.
Yeah, I was thinking about
Yeah.
that as well.
Yeah, I think that's a
You
great
are, you are
suggestion.
ahead in the race, but
Yeah, we are ahead in the race, right? We
but
just picked up 16 pips, so we'll be up 14 after the play. So I think that one has to be
However,
considered. It's a very
there
Yep.
is
good
that
idea.
maxim how doing two good things on two sides of the board is better than one great thing in one side only.
Yeah, that's
So
right. And
I'm not convinced.
so Eric, does that mean
Uh,
you like making the 4 point
yes, and the 20 point as well.
and the
Yes.
20 point? Yeah.
yeah.
The
And
20
bring a
point is
building
really
down
good. The
to the 9.
point is really good. And a checker on the 9 point is a nice builder.
Mhm.
Yep.
In a way, you could say it's doing two very good things and one, okay thing.
Yep.
That being said, I mean, I don't want to take away from these other candidates because I think they're all good ideas, right? Making the 5 point,
Yes.
definitely a good idea. Running out to the 16 point, good idea. All of these are worth considering. Okay, that being said, the vote does seem to be for this play. And I do like this play. This is the one I voted for. Okay, let's do it. And ooh, it's a wipeout. How about that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Where is making the 5 on there?
Would you like me to scroll down?
Yes.
Would you like me to scroll some more?
Jeez.
Holy, it's really hard to imagine that play being a
Wow.
triple
Really?
whopper.
And especially
Wow.
because what I was thinking right
Gee.
before that is if we had a close decision on the first roll, and if we had done 13-8, 13-9, we'd almost be forced into making the 5 point and then splitting the back, which
Right.
would be effectively putting us right where that other move would have done now.
Yeah.
So a triple whopper worse.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
So so
Okay.
what's
At
the
least at least two stacks and strips the mid. So I think that's why, right? And it doesn't, and it ignores the opportunity to make your opponent's 5 point. So
Golden
because
point.
all those reasons.
Yeah. All
so
right.
when your play is not even on the list, you have to scroll down.
Wow.
What's the opposite of smug equity? Smug what?
Yeah. I don't know what's the opposite
Humble
of smug.
pie. Humble pie.
Humble
Eating
pie.
crow.
Humble equity.
Nobody voted for it.
Oh, yeah, right. That's right. Nobody voted for it. All right, they did a double
Okay.
split, two checkers up. All right, now we're on roll. Should we consider a cube?
Probably not.
I'd hold.
Okay, if you answer my question literally, the answer is yes, you have to
Should
consider a
consider,
cube.
yeah.
I mean, let's just look at the position from the point of view of position, race, and threats. Who's got the better position?
We do.
We do. Who's ahead in the race?
We are.
We
Do we have
No.
threats?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, now let's go back to position. What
When
about
you
this?
have, but Jason, when you have all three, isn't that you don't double because you're too good?
I kind of doubt we're too good here.
Yes.
We are not too good.
Not
I agree.
solid enough.
But wait a minute. Wait, why is our position better? He has a
Okay,
3 point
that's the
prime
question I
and we
wanted to
don't.
ask. Why is our position better?
I don't
We
think it
have,
is.
we have an anchor and they
because we
don't.
have the 5 point, his 5 point.
We have the
No,
defensive
he's got the
anchor.
bar and we don't. That's about the same.
Okay, we have a defensive anchor. They do not have a defensive anchor. We have another inner-board point made. They do not.
Correct.
Okay.
They are
And
They
not
have their
anchored.
bar, we don't have ours.
I
Right,
think
but there's
all
a
of those
chance we're going
reasons.
to make our 5 point.
So Jason, I don't, unless I'm blind here, I don't see market losers. I mean, what's going to happen after, no matter what we roll after this roll, still has a take.
All right, that's actually an important question. All right, so the market losers part of this is an important part of deciding whether or not we have a cube.
Even if we rolled a devastating double four here, I still think they'd have a take the next time.
They very well might. So yes, we might have a we
Four
might
one
have all
good.
of these things. We might have
I'm
position,
in
race, and
meeting,
threats.
but
That
I'm
doesn't
going to stay
necessarily mean
muted.
we have a cube because, as Bill
Correct.
correctly points out, you have to have market losers in order for you to have a cube.
I
But
think we have market losers.
I think 4-1 is a market loser.
I think double ones is a market loser and
Yes.
double fours.
And
I think any
double
play that
threes.
makes
Double
our
threes too.
if we make our 5 point and they dance, I think we'll have lost our market.
Correct. I don't. Right. That's the
Yes, I'm
sequence.
okay with that. I'm happy to win my point.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree with Bill for a change. I agree with Bill.
How about that, Donald?
I just see a lot of bad rolls for us, and even our good roll is not going to be anything that's going to lead us to a double next roll. So I think we roll here.
All right, Bill, can you identify some bad rolls that you don't want to see?
It just look well. We could roll. What if we rolled a 6?
6-2.
6-2. Yeah. What if
I
we
would
rolled?
spot-
Oh no,
6-2.
6-2. I
I'll make the
them up
7 point. I think that's pretty
Sorry.
good.
Yeah, that's
Oh
good.
yeah. I'm
That's
sorry. I
okay.
didn't see that. So I'm trying to
6-5.
find
I might just play 20-9, and that might be pretty.
Probably.
Five.
That's decent.
6-3. No, that makes the
6-3.
3
I'll make the
point.
3 point. I think that's
Yeah,
decent.
Yeah,
no.
it's okay.
And actually, this is a good exercise to like go through some rolls
Yes.
and see what you do.
I
Two,
for
one.
one.
More 5-2.
5-2. Yeah, 5-2 looks kind of I'm not thrilled about
And
that.
3-2 as well.
3-2. Yeah, not excited about 3-2.
But these aren't catastrophic. They're just lost
Fun.
opportunities.
Yes, that's a good point, right? It's not like we ruined our position or anything.
That's good.
I think this is actually going to be a double.
So
You think it's an
Oh.
error to not double? Is that what you're saying?
I'm
Rick,
leaning
you think
that
it would
way,
be a
yes.
mistake to not double?
Mistake to not double. Yeah, no, I'm not saying a blunder. Just
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, if
I
I'm
would
wrong,
wait.
I'm
That's
not.
all I know
could
is-
be wrong by a mile. It could be a triple blunder for all I know. A triple whop.
All
I
right.
have
Over
no
the
idea.
board, first game. I'm not going to send it. Maybe I'm too passive in that regard, but I'm going to wait.
Okay, let's vote.
We're just voting on whether to double or not.
Just on whether to double or not.
Okay.
Hmm.
Ooh, this vote is close.
Wow. Yeah.
I haven't voted
If we
yet.
double, do you think the computer is going to take?
100%.
Yes.
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 I think Bill Spruce is right on the money.
Yeah.
100%.
You
This is
take.
a super easy take. All right. I think we've got it's 7-4 right now in favor of doubling. And so let's do it. What
And-
could go wrong?
What could go wrong? You can
They even,
use
Easy.
wait a minute. They even
Duke,
asked
that's
us,
what
do we
could
want,
go
are you
wrong.
sure you want to do that? I guess it always does that.
No, that's just a
Okay.
confirmation. Okay,
I
let's
know,
take a
I'm just
look.
kidding.
All right. It's a very small double.
Yep.
Very.
This does not surprise me.
Yep.
5/100ths.
Yeah, it's very close. Now, the other thing that could happen is over the board, you might scare somebody into dropping this. They might look at
Yeah,
this
sure.
glass half
That's true
empty.
too. Oh, yeah.
It's unlikely. Most players, I think, would take this, but there's
Yes.
a very small number of people who might be kind of wimpy. Okay.
Doesn't XG have like if X amount of people would drop, then this is correct.
Yeah, so they
correct double
will.
or something.
Yes, that's Eric. They'll show that if the decision is the other way. If the correct decision is technically no double, it will give you a percentage to say, well, it's not a double technically, but if a certain number of percentage of your opponents would drop this, then you will come out ahead.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
since it's technically a cube, then you're going to profit either way. You profit
Oh, I
whether
see.
they
That
take
makes
or whether
sense.
they
Yeah.
pass.
And how does XG say that? I mean, is there a specific line?
How
or
does it know a certain percentage of people would take it?
It's not saying that. They're saying that if a certain percentage of people took it. Okay,
Oh,
let's
okay.
go. I'll show you where it's showing that. So on the
Yeah.
previous play, before, so remember we had this position, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Okay, see the number down here?
Mhm.
24, yeah.
What does that say?
20.4.
Right.
20.4.
So what it's saying is that it's a mistake to double this, but if somehow you knew that your opponent would drop with probability more than 20%, then you should double anyway.
That's what it means. Okay, thank you.
If
So
that
that's a
number is
but
really
so
small,
Jason, that's a probability. It's not a percentage of players. It's a
you can think
probability.
of it either way.
Yeah. Like if you played 100 people and
Yes,
21% of those would
yes,
drop, then
Eric
it's
is
correct. So
thinking
if
about
you,
it the right way.
yeah.
But
And
Okay.
21 of those people would drop.
how does the computer, how does XG determine the percentage of people who would drop?
It's not determining that. It's determining if the percentage was at least
Oh,
that
okay.
number.
If
It
the
does, the
percentage.
computer has no way of knowing.
It has no data
Yeah.
It
about
has
this,
no
right?
data about that. Yeah.
Right,
What
right,
it's saying
exactly.
is it's doing a calculation based on the equities that,
Wow.
like, as Eric points out, if you were to play this position against 100 different people in 100 different universes, and in all those universes, more than 20% of the people drop this cube, then on average, you will come out ahead.
You're better off to double than to not.
That's right.
But
Okay,
of
thank
course
you.
you
That's what
don't.
it is. Okay.
But you don't
It's
know
still
this.
wrong to double, but that's a good point. Okay, got it.
But you don't know this over the board. You don't know what percentage of people would drop.
No, I don't know,
Of
but I
course
do
not.
know, I might know the tendencies of some of the players that I play
Yeah,
against. And I
right.
think,
That's
oh,
Yes.
exactly.
this
Yeah,
person tends to drop a lot of cubes,
yeah, yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Yep. Maybe
All right.
maybe you double him, but not somebody else. Okay, I
That's
got it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
that's right. Okay. All right, we got a 4-2 to play. And we're running a little low on time. We're getting close to 6 o'clock, so maybe we'll call it quits after this.
13-9-6-4. Is there anything
9,
else?
6,
Yeah,
4.
that's what I would do.
The only other thing to consider is 9-5-6-4.
Yeah,
9,
9-5. I
5.
like
Yes.
Or
9, 5,
Oh,
6,
sure.
4.
Yeah. Sure.
13,
Or
11.
13-11, I guess.
or
you flip
9,
it up
5,
and down.
13, 11.
Yeah.
9,
Yeah,
5, 13, 11. Let me put that in there.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Certainly worth considering these
Yes.
hitting plays, right?
The reason why we had a double was the threat we had on that 5.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Yep.
Okay. Let's vote and we'll stop after this vote. Yeah, good. We got a couple of votes for the hitting plays. All right. We got 10 people in to vote. It's great. All right, small plurality for the nice, safe play.
Yeah, I'm thinking
50 whether to hit or not, though.
Yeah,
May I
that's
make a
right.
comment, Jason?
Go ahead, Bill.
Had we not doubled, perhaps we would make a different play now. Since we doubled, maybe we make a different play than had we not doubled. Is that
Okay,
true?
so in general, once you've turned the cube, you should be looking for more decisive plays. Before
Okay.
you turn the cube, you kind of want to just sneak up to the line where you have a cube.
Okay.
You don't want to make, so before you've turned the cube, you generally speaking do not want to make a lot of super attacking plays. And sometimes you have to, but I'm just saying you're going to lean one direction or the other.
Okay, but it is true in general then, had the cube not been turned for a given position with a given
Oh,
dice
yes.
roll, you may choose to make a different play
Yes,
because
that's
the
right.
cube is still centered.
And this is one
Okay.
of the more difficult concepts to try to learn is when should you make a different play depending on the location of the cube. That's very hard, I think.
Exactly. Thank you. Okay.
That's really an advanced concept. Okay,
Okay.
looks like the voting was for this play, so we'll do it. And yeah, pretty close. These other plays that Rick mentioned one. Pretty close. Not bad.
13-9-6-4.
Because we're hitting on the 5 point, so that has to be, kind of a good thing. And
9, 5, 6, 13, 11 was better than 6, 4. Okay. Yeah.
all right, we're gonna finish on a high note. We have a PR of 0. We've been perfect in this game, so well done.
So far.
So far,
far,
just a few rolls in, we've done quite well. Okay, that looks like a good place to stop. Thank you for joining our Mid-Atlantic
And can
Backgammon
you
Club's
show our current equity in this game?
positive 0.2. Okay, let me wrap it up. All right, thanks for joining our Mid-Atlantic Backgammon Club study session for June 4th, 2025. If you're interested in our study sessions or our tournaments, send us an email at midatlanticbg@gmail.com.